Before we end each episode dito sa Trying Hard with Lyqa podcast, I tell you to dream big, work hard, and start now. Don't let anyone keep you from doing that by calling you try hard. Pero, what does dreaming big mean? And what are some of the hard truths about dreams that we need to talk about? Yan ang pag-uusapan natin in this new Trying Hard podcast episode. Alright, so dream big, work hard, start now. What does that mean? And what has sabihin natin 3 decades of dreaming taught me? Ito yung i-share ko sa inyo ngayon. No? So there are 4 important things about dreams, 4 truths that not a lot of people talk about that we need to talk about right now. Not so I could diminish yung feeling ninyo, but to set your expectations and to hopefully get you excited about trying to reach for your own dreams. Or kung wala pang dream, trying to find yung dream na yun. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is that dreams aren't just about size. So whenever I say dream big, it doesn't mean na, okay, my dream has to be life-changing, world-changing. It has to be in this big, grand scale. Diba? The way that I say na I dream about democratizing access to education in the Philippines or maybe, just maybe, the entire world. That, of course, is a huge dream, a big dream. Pero, hindi naman ganun lahat ng dreams. And when I started my journey, again, 2 decades ago maybe, I didn't know what to want. I didn't know what to dream. Nahihinog din siya. So, iba-iba yung context when we say dream big. Iba-iba yung size ng dreams. And sometimes even, again, dreams aren't just about size. It could be about depth. No? If you're the kind of person na, okay, I don't want to go out there necessarily and change the world per se, pero I want to be a person of substance. I want to be a person who is insightful, someone who reflects on their own experiences, someone who knows themselves in a way na hindi nagagawa ng iba. Kung gusto natin kilalanin yung sarili natin deeper so that we could, face the world knowing who we truly are, that could be another dream. Again, it may not be about size, but it's about depth, lalim. I came to this realization a few weeks back kasi, meeting so many different people sa buhay ko, you would see people light up about different things. No? Iba-iba ang mga pangarap ng tao, iba-iba yung passion nila, iba-iba yung interest nila. Pero you could see that the feeling is there, that the passion is there. Hindi lang towards isang goal, no? At iba-iba. Pero it doesn't diminish yung fact na they are trying to achieve their dream. So again, pwede siyang about depth. Pwedeng about width, no? I want to touch as many people's lives as possible. That could be a dream. Pwede ring about accuracy, no? Gusto mo maging mahusay sa isang bagay at sa isang bagay lamang. And that could be another option for you. I think I mentioned it before na, pero that's one of my takeaways when I saw the documentary Jiro Dreams of Sushi. And whenever I feel a little bit discouraged, I look for that and I watch it again. Because here we have sushi master Jiro who dedicated his entire life to just doing one thing, which is making the best sushi that he could dream of. And some people could be like that. Isa yung dream nila, pero it's all about accuracy. It's all about improving kasi I want to be the very best at this one thing. Now, I'm sharing this with you as the first, sabihin natin, truth about dream for me, because I know you're listening to this being in different chapters of your lives, no? Yung iba estudyante, yung iba yuppie, yung iba mommies, sa totoo lang, trying to, sabihin natin, go about this journey din. And I don't want you to be discouraged whenever you feel na, pero ang liit kasi ng pangarap ko eh. Ang pangarap ko, Maiahon yung pamilya ko sa hirap. Ang pamilya ko, ang pangarap ko, magkaroon kami ng sarili naming bahay. Ang pangarap ko, maka-alwan kami kahit papaano. And you look around and you see people na may dreams sila of changing the world, preventing climate change. Again, all of these are good dreams, pero you may feel a little discouraged kasi bakit yung pangarap ko ang liit? Pero what I would say is, again, dreams aren't just about size. And having that dream doesn't mean na yun na lang lahat-lahat, no? Which leads us to our second point, which is that dreams can change. Hindi kailangan isa lang sa buong buhay mo. Sometimes we close one chapter of our lives and realize na, okay, chapter lang pala siya. Hindi pala siya yung buong book. Or even if you close an entire book in your life, baka naman may sequel pa yan, may prequel pa yan. Baka naman series of books siya. Kung natapos mo yung series of books na yun, baka naman hindi lang siya series of books, baka an entire library yung pinapagawa sa'yo. So again, dreams can change. Pwedeng magbago yan. And I know that for a fact because it's happened many times in my life. I used to dream about becoming a lawyer. I had to give up on that dream. I dreamt about having a white picket fence life, finding a good Christian man to marry, and that also didn't work out. I had a dream about doing this and that, and hindi talaga siya nangyari. Ang dream ko lang noon, was to spend more time with my then churchmates, mga friends ko. Ang inisipan namin nun, may drawing pa kami na isang compound tayo, hindi tayo maghihiwa-hiwalay because we just couldn't imagine our lives na hiwa-hiwalay sa isa't isa. Sobra kaming close, sobra kaming parang magkakapatid. Now we wanted to build our lives nang nakakabit pa din sa isa't isa. But those dreams changed for me. A lot of those dreams were deconstructed, stripped, taken away, from me. And it was painful at times, but that didn't mean na wala na akong dream. Na iba lang siya. Okay? Pwedeng magbago yan. So kung kunwari, dream ko maging pilot nung bata ako, pero we didn't have the means to do that. And then now I have a family, I still don't have the means to do that. Maybe your dream can change into being the kind of father who, kung magkakaroon siya ng anak, could afford to have him be a pilot, di ba? Dreams can change. And does that make the people na nag-compromise sa dream nila any less successful than the ones who didn't? I would say no. Now, had you asked me this question maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I would say hindi, no? Mali yung sagot ko nun, iba yung sagot ko nun. Ang iniisip ko lagi, hindi, there's this one dream in your heart and then that's it. Pero having lived for this long, I could say na hindi rin yun totoo. And I've seen that in people around me. My parents, for example, they may not have become yung childhood dreams nila. My dad wanted to be, an aeronautics engineer. My mom wanted to be a doctor. Those didn't happen. Pero they've managed to redefine success. They've managed to find new dreams for themselves. And hanggang ngayon, I could see them light up whenever they do those things. Whenever they get to help people, whenever they get to support other people. And as a child, I could say na even though getting here was a journey in itself, I'm happy that they have that. So again, iba-iba yung pangarap. And pwede rin mag-iba yung pangarap. Kasi tayong mga tao, we are on this journey. Iba-iba yung journey natin. Iba-iba yung experiences natin. And we're constantly changing. Now, the third thing we're going to talk about is that dreams don't necessarily follow a timeline. And medyo kahawig na rin yan ng mga sinabi ko kanina. Pero I'm saying that because I've seen so many people give up on their dreams, give up on themselves, give up on even trying for anything in life just because hindi nila na-achieve yun doon sa timeline that they set for themselves. And I'm saying that being very honest and vulnerable with you because a lot of the dreams I listed kanina, which have changed for me, um, were changed because of external circumstances. And of course, kasi nga hindi nga nag-follow ng certain timeline. Nung high school ako, I wanted to take up psychology talaga as a pre-law kasi I wanted to be a lawyer in the future. I wanted to be into forensic psychology, no? Parang, like, knowing that there's just a limited na number of specialists when it comes to that. That's what I wanted to do. And to get sa NBI, kailangan mo talaga maging lawyer. Yung mga ganong level, no? So, yun yung inisip ko na possibility for me. Now, dahil ba hindi nasunod yung timeline na yun sa buhay ko, does that mean I would never, ever, ever be a lawyer? Hindi na yun in the books for me. And every time may bagong bar exam, I would see it and watch the news and, you know, just find out na may mga featured people who are in their 50s, 60s, di ba? Older people na kumbaga second wind na nila yon taking the bar exam or taking up law. I see them do it and I realize maybe it's not in the books for me right now, but if I really wanted it, if it really is my dream at the end of the day, if that dream doesn't change, then that could be in the books for me in the future. It just didn't follow yung timeline na gusto ko. And so you may be sitting here listening to this thinking na ako rin kasi gusto ko maging doktor pero hindi daw kaya ng parents ko, so ito lang yung pinaaral sa akin, malayo dun sa course ko. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun hindi na pwedeng mangyari yung dream mo. Baka hindi lang siya sumusunod dun sa timeline na gusto natin. You know, it's funny how again, a lot of events, external events got me to thinking this, but going back to the example of me being, you know, practically engaged with someone and having to break up with them because of multiple reasons. I was thinking to myself at that time, parang, but sabi ko sa sarili ko, I was letting God write my love story, di ba? You know how people would say that, God wrote my love story. Pero if I were to be very honest with myself, baka hindi ganun yung nangyari. Baka sometimes what we do, when we say na, oh, Lord, ikaw na in charge do sa destiny ko, ikaw in charge sa love story ko, sa life story ko. Hindi naman natin siya talaga hinahayaan maging author ng story. Ang ginagawa natin is sinusulat natin yung sarili nating story. Tapos dahil hindi naman natin siya talaga masyadong involve or hindi natin hinayaan yung certain things to His will, He functions not primarily as an author but as an editor ng ating stories. And what do editors do? Editors edit. They cut things na hindi kailangan. They erase things na mali. They change things that could be made better. So, when it comes to our dreams, it's the same way. And if you believe in God, it could be seen that way too. Na hindi lang siya author, minsan editor siya. So, yung timeline na sinulat natin, itong perfect little story that we cooked up for ourselves, baka hindi siya mangyari that way. And that's okay. That doesn't mean yun na yung katapusan ng lahat. Dreams don't follow a timeline. Number 4, it's this. And I hope it gives you a bit of hope and a bit of light, lalo na sa panahon ngayon. The fourth thing about dreams is that dreams can be shared. Dreams can be shared. And what do I mean by that? I mean, hindi mo kailangang maging mag-isa dun sa dream na pinangarap mo. Whether your dream is about size, depth, width, or accuracy, pwedeng meron kang kasama in the pursuit of that dream. In my case, it's my team. It's Zandy, it's Haley, who's by my feet right now listening to me make this podcast. It's all of you tryhards listening to this podcast, holding me accountable, making sure that you let me know na nakikinig kayo. Kaya kahit na minsan down ako masyado to create an episode, isang DM lang katapat, nare-remind ako na okay, just let them in, let them know your journey. And it's because this particular dream of changing the way people perceive tryhards is now a shared dream. I've shared it with you. And stakeholder kayo dito insight giver kayo dito, nagre-request kayo sa akin, you have caught that dream. Because again, dreams can be shared. Same thing for Team Lyqa. Same thing for the review group. Same thing for all the volunteers we have. For all the educational content creators out there that I had the privilege of influencing, teaching, training, consulting with, no, sa proseso na to. I'm grateful that dreams can be shared because now, hindi na lang sa akin yung pangarap ko. To democratize yan, access to education. Kung narinig nyo yung butike, may nagsabi sa comment section ko once na in their province daw, pag sumabay daw yung butike, ibig sabihin, totoo yung sinasabi. And that just really makes me sad every time. Because it's true. I'm grateful na hindi na lang sa akin yung task na yon. Na the dream has caught on. People now know na hindi lang pang sayaw, pang kanta ang social media, hindi lang pang chismis or intriga. You can really create positive impact with social media. So, I'm happy with that too. So again, if you feel a little bit lost, a little bit pressured, you may not have gotten into the college you wanted, hindi ka nakapasa sa course or degree na gusto mo, hindi ka nakuha sa trabaho na sinusubukan mong makuha, hindi ka nagkaroon ng opportunities here and there. Again, dreams come in different forms. And dreams, that's the thing about it, no? Hindi ka rin mag-isa in trying to make it all come true. So again, 4 things, quick review lang. Dreams aren't just about size. It could be about depth, width, accuracy, diba? Excellence. Dreams can change. That's another thing we need to talk about. Number 3, dreams don't necessarily follow a straight timeline. So be prepared to be surprised. And number 4, dreams can be shared. You're not alone. I'm hoping this episode gives you a bit of encouragement. In many ways, like I've told you before, recording these episodes help me process my own thoughts and are a gentle reminder to myself then. Because this is something I also need to hear at this point in my life. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being with me in this journey. Thank you for following the podcast, sharing this with your friends. I'm grateful that the community is still growing and you're all still listening. And if you have any insights, let us know. You can join the Trying Hard podcast community on Facebook to share your thoughts. And of course, you can follow this podcast for more. Turn on your notifications then so that you'd know as soon as we have a new one. And that's it muna for now. As we always say, dream big, whatever that means for you. Work hard and start now. I'll talk to you next time.